Just like in the Until Dawn Sin video, we have a Sin in the main menu. Movie mode? The hell? Just imagine getting ready to play a game, where it has a mode where you don't even play the game. Remember when I said you can expect a sequel bait from Until Dawn to get brought up in this game, which is the sequel to Until Dawn made by the same people, by the way, if the sequel bait does not get addressed. So here we are. I feel like Supermassive Games wanted to make a sequel to Until Dawn for a minute, and was probably gonna call it Until Dawn 2, The Quarry. Only one problem: the sequel bait from Until Dawn. It's almost like the dev team at Supermassive Games remembered the sequel bait at the end of Until Dawn and was like, oh god, does our sequel have to pick up after this? Fuck this, let's just remove the name Until Dawn from the name and call it The Quarry.
Begins with an L? Like the L word?
Lesbians?
Lost, Max. We're lost.
Don't you guys have GPS? Quick time events. I mean, I will admit, quick time events actually do work in this game, unlike 3 games written by a certain French, fat, aging, bald man. Not gonna name any names. David Cage!
Jesus Christ, what do you think that was? A bear?
Why does everyone in this game blame things on bears? We never even get to see a real bear in this game.
Oh, are you serious? Do you think we hit a person?
Yes, Max.
Max. Why didn't you tell me?
Laura won't bring this up to Max until later in the game. I don't know about you, but if I saw something like this in the woods, I am 100% getting my black ass out of here.
I'm worried that there's somebody down there.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they could be hurt. I don't know.
I didn't think we actually hit anything.
Well, I don't.
Pretty sure if you hit someone with your car, they would most likely end up in front of you and not deep into the woods.
I just want to check it out.
Okay.
People today are dumb, but not that dumb. Nobody's dumb enough to go into the woods all alone after seeing a strange figure like that. Supermassive Games, if you wanted to make a movie, then maybe see if Netflix is interested. Hell, you could have just made this movie set during the 1980s if that's what you wanted. There are people that would actually pay for an ASMR like this. Girl running through the woods at night cliche.
Can we just leave, please?
Yeah. Let's go.
The thing that made you want to go into the woods is now the same thing that is making you leave. Window jump scare in 3, 2, 1.
Now you folks want to tell me just what in the hell you are doing all the way out here this late at night?
Do they not get to? It's a public road. Neither Laura nor Max notices the blood on the cop's neck. Am I the only one that thinks the facial capture may have malfunctioned? Because this is just asking to get memed.
Hackett's Quarry.
How'd you do that?
I don't know. Kind of tricked him into showing me.
And how did you end up doing that? The cop never ended up showing you where Hackett's Quarry is.
Did you actually even talk to Mr. Hackett, or did you just leave a message?
Well, what's the difference?
This is the difference.
Wait, so you don't know the difference between talking to someone and leaving a message?
I guess he doesn't check his voicemail.
How was I supposed to know that?
Well, maybe don't assume people check their voicemail on a timely manner. Someone must really like reading books while drinking coffee in the dark. You will still be able to break the lock no matter what choice you pick. Sorry if this sin is well effort or cringy, but that man said yeet. This game actually gives you an option to leave Max. From this angle, I should be able to see what pulled down Max.
Does this look like the goddamn Harbinger Motel to you?
Yes.
I've waited for you. I've waited, yes. So I do hope our time together proves enlightening.
Breaking the fourth wall.
I'm here to help you. Think of me as your guide into the unknown.
You're starting to sound like the guy from the Dark Anthology games. This is some riveting gameplay here, folks. Also, this is the second time I have sinned one of Supermassive's games. Let's see, I did Until Dawn, and I'm now doing The Quarry. All that's left is the 3 Anthology games. Wait, what? You're telling me the 4th one is coming out in November? Aw, shit. Also, the game does have a 3 camera angle. Why didn't the game give me that when I was playing through the prologue?
Fuck you spider fuck!
Who says that when they encounter a spider?
Fixing the door. It's
Dylan, come on.
broken.
Dylan, please.
Jacob, if you got muscles, why don't you stop them from closing the door?
Horror. I hate horror.
Fine, be like that, you uncultured swine.
Man, that's a bad place to get stuck.
Gee, I sure hope this freezer does not come into play later on in the game.
What exactly would I need to do?
Well, you'd probably break the fuel line, or I don't know, rip out the rotor arm?
Caitlin does not understand when people ask a hypothetical question like that. They usually have an intent on doing it. Skip, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the summer camp, counselor.
I kind of thought it was nice to be offline.
Ugh, I didn't. Plus, my subs need me.
This bitch must have an OnlyFans.
As soon as you get home, sub, share, smash that like button.
Emma, you're starting to sound like a YouTube Let's Player, which is weirdly the scariest thing throughout this whole game. Are you going to try to sell me on Raid Shadow Legends now?
Yeah, he's probably off, being all brooding and mysterious and alluring somewhere.
I'm here.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Ryan, the teacher's pet.
Yeah, what's it about? Is it about me?
You think I was listening to a podcast about you?
Ryan does not understand sarcasm.
Maybe if somebody didn't spend so much time trying to press the ladies' ball as ghost stories.
You asked.
Ryan would not be bad at video game sins. Ryan will still act like a teacher's pet even after overhearing that conversation.
Just stick to Kumbaya next time, okay?
What's that?
You guys don't do Kumbaya anymore?
If the camp counselors doesn't know what Kumbaya is, then that's your fault for not having them sing it.
Why?
It's getting dark, Ryan, and it's not safe to drive in the dark.
Are you sure about that, Chris? Laura and Max was driving just fine in the dark. I mean, yeah, there's that scene where they crashed, but that's because Max took his eyes off the road. Oh, that's a nice way of thinking, Chris.
All right. Hacketeers. Party planning committee, let's do this. Okay.
This is starting to feel like I'm watching a Friday the 13th film. Why are you putting down a hunting season sign? You two are the only ones hunting werewolves. You two are breaking and entering by kicking the door down. How are you guys going to fix it or explain what happened to the door when Chris comes back in the morning?
Ow! Mother! Hubbard!
Censorship. Also, that's why you don't try to kick down doors. You should not be holding a shotgun if you're just going to be playing around with it like that.
Pop, peanut butter pops. Pop them in your mouth.
Pause!
Oh my god, Ryan, you will not believe this.
What?
It's nothing.
Okay, I can appreciate jokes like that. -1 sin.
Is Mr. H spying on us?
No. I mean, no, he can't be.
Ryan, if there's nothing suspicious going on, then why would Chris have to hide this room behind a closet?
You're in danger. Hunted by a creature of indeterminate origin. Don't breathe. You need to stop breathing, tricking the beast into taking you for nothing but a corpse.
This game might actually get people in real life killed. You do not play dead with a wild boar or farm hogs. They will eat anything put right in front of it, dead or alive.
Whoa. Special delivery.
Great job, dumbasses. Just lit a firework into the sky. That way any dangerous people in the woods will now know where you are.
Dude, you can't just shove those in my face and not expect me to want to pop them in my mouth. Come on.
Whoa, this is starting to sound a bit too sexual. Skip!
Look, there's a clearing we can use as a shooting range back there, but if I see either of you dicking around, I am turning this car around.
Caitlin, why you gotta act like you're their mother? This combat does not have a recoil in the middle of the screen. Jacob just aimed a shotgun at 2 people.
Alright, here goes. Have you ever slept with anyone?
Oh,
What do you gotta get so nervous for? Just say no.
I choose Nick.
You know, I think I've completely checked out at this point. So Emma, I think I'm done with you. Any woman that willingly kisses another man right in front of her boyfriend deserves to die.
You like kissing my girlfriend, asshole?
Excuse me? Your girlfriend Emma was the one that walked up and kissed him. What are you getting mad at Nick for?
Where the hell am I?
You were at the same place you and Nick were earlier. The only difference is that it's nighttime. The developers at 2K and Supermassive Games must have been smoking crack if they thought this looked like a werewolf. It would have made much more sense had the game just explained these were the Wendigos from the first game. Look at this man sitting here crying. That's what you get for dating a hoe. It's like they say,
she belongs to the streets.
Well, I hate to break it to you, but he just had his tongue down my throat, and he definitely knew what to do with it.
oh yeah, I'm sure that will make him feel better.
Well, we agreed. Summer fun, right? Apparently, summer is not quite over.
How is swimming around the lake gonna make him feel any better? This isn't the 1980s.
It was like a scream. And it sounded like Abby, but like not the good kind of scream.
I can't hear you.
Okay, look, just hold on. I'm gonna go check it out.
Jacob will now remain in his boxers for the rest of the game. Did the hunter just survive a point-blank shotgun round? It was at this point where I saw through the red herring from the very beginning. I even went as far as letting the hunter pour werewolf blood all over Jacob's face because I knew there was a non-negative outcome, to the point where it was so obvious that I don't know why the game is bothering being coy over it since it's not fooling anyone. Jacob could have at least just said something. Instead, he just moves around in the bushes and no one gets himself shot.
Okay, then 91-1.
You mean 911? Who says 91-1?
This joke is not as clever as the devs thought it was.
So they'll say, 911, what's your emergency? And I'll say, help, my friends may have been attacked by bears, but maybe not a bear, but definitely an animal with teeth. And then one of them was kidnapped by these hunter guys with blood on their faces, and there may have been shots fired, but not by us, but also maybe by us.
Wow, actually practicing for a 911 call. If people are actually doing this nowadays, then consider this a sin for real life.
What are you doing?
I don't know, it's what they do in movies when the phone goes dead. You tap on the little thingy.
We're not in a movie.
Yes you are, but no you're not.
What's with the,
They found another in Mr. H's office, so just in case.
Doesn't Dylan have the shotgun from the office? I did not choose the option to give the shotgun to Caitlin, so why does she have it? You even have Ryan cutting off Dylan's hand with a chainsaw. You're really packing in the Evil Dead references, huh? Instead of waiting a moment to speak with them, she disappears. That's the second time Jacob has backed into a hunter's trap. I don't even blame them for taking them away at this point.
That's Kaylee Hackett.
Mr. H's daughter? I thought she went home with her brother.
After Laura killed Kaylee for seemingly no reason, the others found her and somehow knew it was her, even though she was face down in the pool. I know it chose the option to shoot Nick, but the fact that the game gave me an option to shoot him in the first place is weird. Abby was pushing pretty hard on Nick, so it'd be kind of out of character for her to just shoot him even if he was about to turn into a werewolf. Most of your choices means piss all in this game, because apparently Nick will still turn into a werewolf whether or not you shoot him. The only difference is, if you don't shoot him, Abby will get her head ripped off. Since this is our first look at Laura with the eye patch on, I might as well bring this up now. Sure, the game will explain what happened to her eye, but the game never explains where she got the eye patch from. The game tried to trick you into thinking Max just died.
When I say name, you give me your name. Do I make myself clear?
You've got my license, can't you read?
I am an officer of the law. I need you to do as you're told and answer the goddamned questions.
This is just kidnapping at this point. Travis is holding them here illegally with no charge or representation.
Laura?
Yeah?
Why am I naked?
You're not really naked if you're still wearing your underwear.
Answer your questions. You just can't lock us up in here with no goddamn explanation and expect us to be all butter and cupcakes, okay? Just work with us here.
You have nothing to bargain with.
I mean, Travis, you could just explain to Laura and Max what's going on. Just a thought.
Fuck! Son of a binky bonky.
More censorship.
What's so funny?
I said literally the exact same thing.
You wanna try that line again? You see how we this sounds?
Okay. Do you got anything better? I mean, like zombies, aliens, time-hopping Draculas?
I believe you can find those in the Dark Anthology games. Please remember, these are teenage kids Travis got locked up. You're telling me their parents weren't worried sick about them?
Let me go!
You're not gonna believe it until you see it for yourself.
I mean, you do have cameras, right? You could just show her the footage of Max turning into a werewolf.
Help! Hey, he's got his held prisoner at the police station! Help us!
Who was that? Over.
Nothing. On my way. Over. That was pretty stupid.
You kidnapped the two of these kids and had them locked up for over 2 months with no explanation. What did you think was gonna happen? Max cutting off Laura's eye also somehow cuts off the handcuffs. It took Laura and Max 2 months to come up with this escape plan. Where did Laura get a gun? Oh, goddamn, you ugly. That is the only werewolf-like about these werewolves. Them howling at the moon.
We don't have much time.
We're running out of time, cliche.
That cop car you stole, where is it?
Ditched in the lake.
Why?
It was a stolen cop car.
So what was going to be the plan of getting out of Hackett's Quarry, assuming of course you cured everyone?
There is a lot more to this than you realize.
Like what?
Kidnapping, murder, cover-ups. I think the whole goddamn Hackett family is in on it. Maybe the whole camp, maybe even you, for all I know.
Pretty sure Ryan would have shot you if he was. Laura is able to rip off wooden barricade with one arm like it's nothing.
I'd kinda like to not die by staying here.
Abby may not have died in my playthrough, but she is now dead to the plot. For the rest of the game, she just locks herself inside the room, too scared to come out. I really have to give my slow clap to Supermassive Games. They have somehow became both Quantic Dream and Telltale Games at the same time. On the Quantic Dream side of things, you have facial capture in the pause menu. On the Telltale Games side of things, we have a character that you can keep alive but it barely changes anything. And we have lying about your choices mattering. Then we have delusion of choice making that can easily be broken once you replay the game and pick a different option and find out that it still happens anyway. Doing this puzzle will open Jacob's cell and messing up will somehow open Nate's cell.
I'm a police officer!
Oh, so now I'm blind, you motherfucker!
Motherfucker is a pretty awkward insult to use on your son. Constance can just lift up Laura by the ponytail with one arm like it's nothing.
You're gonna look great with a hook. We can call you Hooky McHookface.
Why not Captain Hook? We interrupt this game to bring you clickers from The Last of Us Part 1 remake. If you get shot in the head with a double-barreled shotgun round, you can't use CPR to revive her. You could have just stabbed Ryan in the neck or even in the head. Why would the Hackett family take a shit in a bucket and put it under the bed? Don't you guys have a bathroom?
You can't hide from me in my own house, fucker!
You're a fucker.
I can hear you breathing, little girl.
No, you can't. That's the whole point of this hold breath mechanic. The game acted like I wasn't about to kill Jebediah, one of the hunters who just tried to kill me, by the way. Bobby somehow has the strength to punch his way through a wall and slowly follow him around like he's Michael Myers.
Ryan, if you let me bite you...
What?
If you let me bite you, it means you'll be infected. Which means
it will heal.
yeah. But it also means...
Yeah, I got it, Big Bad Wolf.
Don't you need to be fully transformed to spread it? And down goes the werewolf. All three of them survives this. Oh, what's that? Wanted to see what would happen if you don't shoot Chris? Well, fuck you, Ryan is dead. Chris just stands there and just lets Ryan shoot him. When you transform into a werewolf, all of your clothes gets ripped off, meaning Laura should be completely naked right now.
Well, then who bit Caleb?
Silas. We've been tracking him for years. He's a gypsy, transient.
Since Chris is dead thanks to Ryan, meaning her boyfriend Max is free from the curse, Laura has no reason to involve herself any further. Instead of going to the island to check on Max, she then goes to hunt the white wolf that started all this.
Can someone please get me some fucking clothes?
Maybe wash yourself off first. You are covered in blood after all. Are traveling freak shows still a thing? This game takes place in either 2021 or 2022. Looking pretty good there, Max.
They don't like water, remember?
Right. Oh, we should have just been swimming in the lake all night.
And die of hypothermia? No.
I love how the dev team at 2K and Supermassive Games just realized their own supermassive plot hole within their own story. Since they are too far into the story to go back and patch it up, they tried to explain it away instead. Laura came to Hackett's Quarry on a boat. You guys could have just sat on the water for a few hours. This actually works. The finale of this game just awkwardly arrives with a cop car that the game does not bother explaining where they got it from, since Laura dumped the one she stole in the river.
Werewolves and a ghost that roams the woods looking for her lost baby boy. Which I've just put together is Silas. Oh shit.
It's a long story.
No, it's not. There was a fire. Silas the wolf boy escaped, bit a bunch of your family. You failed to stop him.
Laura would be better than me at video game sins.
What happened in the past doesn't matter right now.
It kinda does, actually. We need to know what we're up against, at least.
If Laura was real, I would let her finish writing the script for me.
This is where we went off the road 2 months ago.
It all ends where it begins, cliche.
Just wanted to help him.
Travis.
She convinced Caleb to start a fire. It was just a distraction. It's May bails. Give him enough time to get Silas out of his cage and give him his freedom.
This game gives you a sob story as a way to try to convince you into not shooting Silas, the white wolf that started the whole wolf curse. Meaning if you kill him, the whole wolf curse will be broken. The devs must have thought that was stupid. Also, it would be kind of out of character if Laura didn't shoot Silas. If Ryan telling Laura Chris was a good man didn't move the scale on the emotional needle, then odds are that the whole sob story about Silas isn't going to do the trick neither. The end credits is just a podcast Ryan was listening to earlier in the game, and there's no option to skip it.
God, Ryan, you will not believe this.
What?
It's nothing.